Now that we are ready to model, we are going to model a mechanical pencil. This is very easy to model with a lot of bevel, of extrusion, and also little details. So I got a picture of a mechanical pencil like this. You see the shapes. Here is round, here is not very round. It's very good to model. So you can download this picture, you have this picture, or you can get another pencil that you want. I choose this picture because it is the side, so we can use it as a reference picture to put it in Blender and to use the length and also the thickness. Or you can just model without reference, just put the picture on the side to see this part bigger, this part is bigger, this part is smaller, this little part. So I am going to put the reference pick here and I'm gonna put the shortcuts. So here you can see the keys that I press. So first, Shift A, we are going to put the image reference. I'm going to get the mechanical pencil here, load, and now we can go in the properties, get everything at 0, go on top view with numpad 7, and also we can change the opacity. I'm gonna make this a little bigger. The opacity we can check, put a little less. It is just to have the length, the thickness. So now that we have this, what mesh is similar to this? It is the cylinder. We can get the cylinder and we can move it. We can rotate it and also have the timeline like this. You can rotate it on the other side. So you can RY 90 like this, and then numpad 7, and we can make the same size. So S to scale like this, and also we can take the image. Here we can click on the empty. GY to just move it a little bit. Make this S a little bigger, move the image a little bit, like this. And then we can extrude SX here on the X-axis. We can extrude all like this. We can click on the image, GX, and also what we can do to see better, we can put the mesh on wireframe. Here on top wireframe, or we can do like this and see if it is good. I think here it is pretty good. We can also put it a little smaller, but not on the X-axis, because the length is good only on the Y and the Z. So not on the X, S Shift X, like this. We can put this, and now put on solid view. And then we can right click, shade auto smooth. I do not put shade smooth because shade smooth, if you don't bevel, it's gonna look weird like this. So to have the shape, to see the shape of the cylinder, we do auto smooth and not completely smooth like this. So now we have this, and numpad 7, it is done. Now here we're gonna make this part. To do this, first what we need to do is to apply the scale. We scaled our cylinder. We can do N to see item here, or we can see directly on object properties. The scale, we change the scale so it is not at 1, and we need to put it at 1. So we click on the cylinder, object, apply scale, or directly this hotkey here, Control A, scale, and now it is at 1. And also we can save our project. Command S, and I'm going to put mechanical pencil and then save. And don't forget to save, because when Blender crashes or you have a problem, then all the project is you don't have it. So tab to go on edit mode, we can go on face select, get this face, and then we can make it a little smaller. We go on numpad 7 to go on top view to have this thickness. So we do I to insert a face, can insert it like this, and you see it is like this. And now we can extrude to make this part and then this other part, because here you can see it is right like this, straight, and then it changes direction, so we need to do one and then another one here. So we go numpad 7, E, we extrude here, then we stop, and then E to extrude here, and then S. And we don't want this proportional editing, S. And also I'm gonna exit and put on a wireframe here to see better, S. And we can scale it like this, and the picture, the image is a little not really straight, but like this is good. It is not very, we don't need the exact dimension and everything, so if it does not follow the image, it's not very important. So now we have this. Now we need to make the other part here and also here. So first we're gonna make here, we're gonna do the exact same as here, and also this part we can do this part. So tab to go in edit mode, we have this face selected, we can do I to insert a new face, very tiny like this, numpad 7 to go on top view, and then E to extrude like this, and then this is the little I don't know how it is called, to write with the mechanical pencil. So we can do I to insert again, like a little more S, like this, and then E. And also we can move it, we can rotate it a little bit, because it is the area where we write. And also I think it's a little too big, so we can select this and then go in edge select to select these edges. So we do Alt to select all around. If I do Alt now, it's going to do all around like this, and Alt Shift like this. Then when I do S, it's going like this. So what I want to do, Alt S, you can do Alt S like this, and then move GX, put it like this. Command S to save, and also we're gonna undo I think it's good. Like this. And then we have this. We can do this part. So we go in face select to select the face here. And then we can make it smaller, S, and also before doing this part goes this way, so this is straight, and then there is a little bump here, then it goes right like this, it goes straight like this. So what we need to do is do this little bump, so we can inset a face or directly extrude and then scale. So we have this face selected, E to extrude here to have this part, S to make it smaller like this, and then what we need to do is to make a little gap to have this. So I have this, I don't know if I have the pick, but there is little hole, so you can press it to right, and we need to make the little hole. To do this, we are just going to extrude inside and then insert a new face and then extrude right to make this. So we are going to create a little gap. So I to insert, but a very small part like this. So we have this part. Now E inside, and then I to make a little small area like this, and then E like this. We can make the same size, and you see also here there is a little gap. So what we can do, we can just do the length like this, and then create this gap by creating a loop cut. To do this, Control R to create a loop cut. Here we click, we drag it here, and we click. So now the loop cut is here, and we need to make a little gap and then extrude inside to make a gap. So we're gonna do Control B, then we scroll down with the mouse to create this like this, and then we can do E and then exit and then do S, but not it's good like this, we can go in solid, then it looks like this. What we can do is this part, we can round this edge so it looks better, but we are going to do this after, when everything is done. We are going to do the round, to do the details after. So now what we need to do, this part where we hold the pencil, we go into view in wireframe, and you see this part is not smooth. There is it's like a cylinder but not smooth. So we need to make this. To make this, what I am going to do is, first we can create a loop cut here to separate this part and this part, and then we can get this part and we can separate this part. So Control R like we did. So we click in this, Tab Edit Mode, Control R. So the loop cut is here. We click, we drag it here, and then we have this. we are going to select all of these and we are going to duplicate. So we can go in face select, do alt click, we have this selected and we can duplicate, shift D. So now we have this part and the big part of the pen. Tab to go in object mode, and then not tab, we need to separate. So we duplicated and then we need to separate. So P to separate by selection, because we selected the area we want to separate here. And then you have cylinder and cylinder 001. Tab to go in object mode, we have this part and this part. This part we are going to make a little bigger, S, but not on X like this. We just want on Z and on Y. So S, shift X, like this, a tiny like this, and then we can create this effect that is not smooth. We right clicked, smooth, auto smooth to this part, and this part we don't need it, so we can do shade flat. But you see, there is a lot of segments here. We don't need that much segments. When we look at the peak, we go here, we can do Z wireframe. There is just a few segments, so we don't need this one, and I think only 2 we don't need, maybe 3. We are going to test, to try this. So edit mode, so tab edit mode, edge select, we can select this and then shift click, selected these on the back. We can disable the X-ray, so we don't need 3. So we click on this, shift click, so we only need this one, so 3 and 1 like this, and we are going to see if there is enough. Like this, and it is good. And now we can dissolve the edges, and it looks good. And the other edges are the one from the cylinder here, not this one. So this one we can make it bigger, so you see now it looks like this. S, shift X to make it bigger like this. We can make it a little bit bigger on this side, or what we can do is create a little part here on our picture. We put the X-ray, this little part goes on this side and then here, like we did in this. So we need to do this. First, we need to create faces, because it is only round, there is no faces here. If we move it a little bit here, and we go in edit mode, face select, there is only faces here and not here. So we need to add faces. Command Z to undo. We put it here. We can also save Command S, and we go in edit mode. We can go on edge select to select this and create a face. So we do F like this. Now there is a face here. If we do face select, there is a face here, and we can do on the other side. To do it faster, we can select everything, A, and then F, and then the face is here. So now that there is a face, we can do like we did on the other side with here. So we can we create the face, goes a little bit inside like this, and then E, not E, G, X, up. So we insert G, X to move it a little bit like this. And now it looks like this. GX like this. So now there is this little part here. We can put it a little bit bigger, S, like this. We can save. And now we need this part. To do this part, we are going to create another mesh and create this shape. Numpad 7 to go on top, and then Shift A, so cube, because it looks like this part a cube. S to make it smaller, G to move it here, S, we can put it here, and then we can go on edit mode. Tab, we can do X-ray to select this, so on the other side too. If you don't put X-ray and you select like this, for example, you do vertex select and you select like this, it's not gonna take on the other side because it is not on X-ray. So you need X-ray. We can get this G, X, like this, and then we need to create a part here and then extrude this part and then make it bigger again. So we need to create a loop cut. Control R here, you can put it here, then look if it is the good size. If you want to move it again, to move the loop cut again, G twice, then you can move it along the segment. So we can put it here, and then we select the face here, we select these 2 points, we are on X-ray, so it's gonna select all of this. Numpad 7, we can extrude E, and this part moves a little bit, so we can extrude again here, and then this part we can move it G, like a little like this. It is not really straight, and then this part we need to make it bigger. So we can select this, Numpad 7, and we can E extrude like this, and face select, get this face, and then E, we can extrude, and then it touches this part of the pen. And you see this part and this part are round, so we need to round them. Vertex select to select this point, and first also the thickness, we need to check the thickness. Here I think the thickness is good. So to round it, Control B to bevel. So it is creating this. We are going to put this point here on the same point. like this. And also what you can do is scroll up to create this type of shape, and then create this shape, and then this point that are on each other, we can select this, do M merge at center, M merge at center. So now it is merged, and it is only 1 point here and 1 point here. And now we can do the same with this on X-ray. Control B, we're going to bevel like this, I think it's good. Get this, Control B, and like this, and it is not really touching here, so we can put it like this. Edit, to go on object mode, Command S to save. And also this part we need to round a little bit here. Numpad 7 to go on top view, and then tab edit mode, this, Control B, and we bevel a little bit like this, and we save. Now we can bevel everything to make it look good, and also we didn't do this part. We can go on top view, and we can create loop cuts here to create this part. So we select this, Control R, first edit, tab, Control R, and the loop cut is going to be at the center here. Control R here, we can click, we can drag it here, we can drag it the same segment here of our other part here, G twice, we can put it here, and then we need to make another segment here. Control R, click, then we can put it here, G, like this. And now this part we can make it fatter. So we can select this, and we don't need this. So what we're gonna do is select the edges. We go on edge select, we select this all around, we can remove the X-ray. So Alt click, Shift Alt click. We have this, and then, well, we can select the faces here, faces, Alt click is going to be better. And then this part also we can separate like we did, or just add thickness. So to add thickness we are going to extrude, E, and then exit, and just do S. But S, you see the scale is going on the X axis, so we can undo and only scale on the Y and on the Z. So S, Shift X, we can make it fatter like this, and check to go inside this so it touches. Like this. And also we can get this, get the edges here, Shift click here, Shift, we can get this, and move it a little bit like this so it goes inside. Like this, and we can save now. So now we need to bevel this part so it is round. We can click on this, tab edit mode, face select, we select this face, Control B, we scroll a little bit like this, we can bevel here. We can save and tab. Now what we need to do is add a bevel everywhere. First, we need to connect all of the parts. So there is this part, and this part. When we take the pen and G to move it, the other parts are still here. So we need to parent them. We click on this part, Shift, click on the second part, and now the big part at the end. Shift click. And now Control P to parent. Parent, keep it transform. And now when we click on this G, everything is in it. And you see in the object now the cylinder that is our pen. You have the cube and the other cylinder. So now everything is in it. And now we can go in solid view. We can add little bevel, to bevel, for example, this part, so it looks better. So we go in the modifiers, we click on the pen, add modifiers, bevel, and you see now it looks a bit better here. We can make just a little bevel, make more segments, for example 6, and we can click on these two, add a bevel to a bevel. You can put it really small like this, put 6 segments, and also this part we can put a modifier, bevel, small, and also you see this part is looking like this. Even if we put a very small bevel, we can do right click, shade auto smooth, and then this part you can make it a bit bigger because you see the other part here. Edit mode, X-ray, here we can select this G, X, put it a little bit like this, and now I think it's gonna be better. We are going to put the bevel very small, like 0.01, so it looks like this. I think it is better now. 3, like this. We can save, and although this part it is a bit weird, we can't see this part here, this edge, because it is smooth. If we disable the bevel, we want this part to be seen. We don't want it to be smooth like this. So to make this edge sharper, we are going on edit mode tab, and then we select on edge select here, alt click, we select all around, and then in the bevel you see angle, it is at 30 degrees. It's applying the bevel here. So we are going to change the degree of this. Well, I selected it, but you don't have to select it. We are going to change here, so you see, if I put less, I can make this sharp here. At 11, we can see now this edge is sharp. And also this part, you see it is a bit weird. To see if there is a problem with the shading, we can change here, shading, matte cap, put like this, and you see the shading is a bit weird. We need to add geometry to this part. Tab, edit mode, and then to add geometry we're gonna add a lot of loop cuts here. So Ctrl R, we scroll to put some loop cuts, we click exit, and now it looks really better, like this, and also like this. We can put back the studio shading here, and now I think everything looks good. The image, we don't want it, so disable in render and disable this. Everything is connected. So now you know how to make this kind of shape when you want to assign the materials when you do the render. So for example, this material is going to be like black or whatever color you want to put. We go in the material properties, new color. This is going to be pencil, so we rename pencil. I'm going to put little dark green like this, for example. Like this. We can go in material preview to preview our material. This part is going to have the same material. So we can get the pencil material, but we don't want this part. Wait, I think it was metallic. This part is metallic, and this part too, and this part, and this part. So we need to create a new material that is metallic, and also the little part for the pen here that is gray. So we need to create a new material for this cylinder, the pencil, and also this we can rename pencil. So we are going to do plus to create a new material. New, we're gonna name it metal, and then here in metallic we can put 1, but you need to assign areas where this material is going to be, and also roughness, you can put 0. So tab to go in edit mode, we go on top, numpad 7, and this part we need it to be metal. We go in X-ray, and then also we can go back on solid view. All of this is gonna be metal, and also this one here like this, and also this part we can hide, so H or this little I here. So all of this we can also get shift this edge around, shift alt click. So all of this is gonna be metallic, and also this part like this, and also I didn't put X-ray, so shift click, all of this is gonna be metallic. So we have this selected, we go in the metal, we do assign to assign this to the metal. Then when we go on material preview, first tab to go back on object mode, material. Now this part is metallic. We need also this part, so edit, alt, first we go on face, alt click, shift alt click, we select this, and we don't want this, so like this, alt click, undo, we can go on this side because it's a bit annoying. this. This and this. So all of this is going to be metallic. We click on the metal, assign. We can save, tab, object mode, and then material preview. It is metallic. And this part is another color. So we can get out of this X-ray, all of this. We create a new material that is, for example, yellow, like this, and then we can assign. And then we need this to be metallic, so it is another part, so we don't need to assign, we just put metallic here in the materials. And we can save, go on material preview, and then the part that we hide, it is this one, so we can put it again here. And also this part we can put it shinier, so roughness we can put it less, like this. And also this part we don't want it green, so we can click on this and we can create another material, new. We can create a little gray like this and assign it to this part. So edit, numpad 7, X-ray, we can get this, and then we can assign to this material gray, assign. Command S to save, tab, object mode, here, and we can go on the material preview. And now it looks good. Now everything is done, and also it is not very round here, so we can bevel more. So on the modifier amount we can put a little bit more, like this. And also you see this part, the shape is kinda weird. So what we need to do to correct this, we can put geometry, meter outer arc, and now it looks like this. And we can do shade auto smooth. We can save. And also this part is a bit weird, so what we need to do, harden normals. We click on this, harden normals here, and now it looks better. And we can go in the material preview, and now our pen look like this, and this part little ugly. We can put less saturation like this, and now our pen looks very good and is ready to put in our scene. What you can do is create a collection with this pen. So everything is selected. If you want to select like this, I don't know why I have like this, but T here, and then click, long click, then you can put back the box. Everything is selected, but it is only in the pencil because everything is connected. You can put it in a collection. M, new collection. I'm gonna put mechanical pencil. Okay. And now we have the collection mechanical pencil. We can save, and then when you have other project and you want to get this pencil that you created, you can do file and then append, and then you will have you can go on this file and get this. You can also duplicate it, Shift A, collection intent, collection instance and get a collection in your scene. So if I hide this one and I do collection instance mechanical, you see now there is another one and there is a empty point here. If I open it, it is exactly this one. So it is just this. So that's why it is good to put in a collection, because you can do Shift A collection instance and directly put everything here. So there is, if you do a lot of objects, mechanical pencil for example, cup, house, bottle, and you have everything in collection, so it is very organized. So first object that we model. In the next part we are going to model something more interesting and more challenging, also with a little physics, so it's gonna be very interesting. And also I forgot to put this part metallic. We can delete this X, put this part back, go on solid, tab to go on edit mode, numpad 7, and then on X-ray here, get these faces, and then put just metal here, assign, and it's gonna be good. We can go back here in the material preview, and now everything is good and we can save.